Hey there, this is Rajni Jha again. As I've already mentioned in the previous video that I'll start with the grammar topic. So today's topic is subject and verb agreement, one of the most important topics as far as competitive exams are concerned. But yeah, heads up, there are many rules in this topic. I will just try my best to make you understand in as simple a way as I can. Here is the slide where you can read about me. I'm a faculty of English at Paramount Coaching Center. I've taught at KD campus as well. I graduated from Ramjas College, Delhi University. I did B.Ed from IPU, that is Indraprastha University. And if you like the video, do rate, review, and recommend it. Also, you can follow me at Unacademy at this link. Before I start with the rules, it's important that you know about subject and verb, and then we'll study how they work together. Subjects can be classified into two categories, singular and plural. Singular subjects always refer to one person or thing at a time. For example, he. When I say he, you can easily understand that I'm talking about a singular masculine gender, that is, a man or a boy. Singular subjects are there in this box: I, you, he, she, it, any one name, or any singular noun, basically nouns without s or es. For example, boy. Plural subjects. Plural subjects refer to more than one person or thing at a time. For example, they. When I say they, it is clear that I'm talking about two or more than two persons at a time. Plural subjects are right over here: we, you, they, more than one name used together, and any plural noun, basically nouns with s or es, for example, boys. Now, there is one thing which you should know. You is considered both as singular and plural, but it takes only plural verb. Now, let us talk about verbs. Verbs can be classified into four categories: singular, plural, common, and special. Now, remember that I have made these classifications for the sake of convenience only. Let us start with the singular verb. Remember that singular verbs cannot be used with all the singular subjects. They can be used with only third person singular subjects. Now, let me just explain what exactly are first, second, and third person for those of you who don't understand it. For instance, I'm talking to somebody, and the speaker is the first person. So, the first person is either I or we. The one who is in front of me and listening to what I'm saying, that is the listener, is the second person. So, the second person is you. The one who is being talked about, who is neither the speaker nor the listener, is the third person. Hence, the third person would be he, she, it, or any name. So, yeah, singular verbs can be used with third person singular subjects only. So, third person singular subjects are he, she, it, or any name. Here are the singular verbs. They are is, has, was, and verbs first form with s or es. For example, plays. Plays is a singular verb. Now, let us just try to use these verbs with any of the third person singular subjects. Let's take she as an example. Now, can I say she is, she has, she was, and she plays? Yes, all of them are correct. So that means that singular verbs can be used with third person singular subjects only. Next is the plural verb. Plural verbs are, have, were, and verbs first form without any s or es. For example, play. Play is a plural verb. Plural verbs can be used with all the plural subjects. Now let's take they as an example. Can I say they are, they have, they were, or they play? Yes, I can say all of them. So they are correct, and therefore plural verbs can be used with all plural subjects. The third category is common verbs. Now, as the name suggests, these verbs are common to both singular and plural subjects. Hence, they can be used with the both. Common verbs are had, did, and modals. And yes, I said modals. So, for heaven's sake, please stop calling it modals. These are modals. Let's take an example of both singular subject and plural subject and just try to apply these common verbs with them. So, yeah, let's take he as an example as a singular subject. So, can I say he had, he did, or he can? Yes, I can say all of them are correct. Now, let's take an example of a plural subject, they. They had, they did, they can. Yes, all of them are correct. So that means that common verbs can be used with both singular and plural subjects. The last category is special verb. Now I have named it special because it can be used with only one subject, that is I. Speaking of I, it is definitely a peculiar subject. It does not take verbs in a definite pattern. Sometimes it takes a plural verb, sometimes it takes a plural singular verb, sometimes it takes a special verb. Let's just see this box. Out of is am are, it takes am, which is neither singular nor plural. Between was and were, it takes was. Between has and have, it takes have. And between play and plays, it takes play. Now, there's one more point which you need to remember throughout this entire topic. It's right over here. Whenever you add s or es to a noun, it becomes plural. For example, if I say boys, you know that boys is plural. I have added s to the noun boy. But if I add s or es to a verb, it becomes singular. For example, plays. Plays is a singular verb. Now, it's important that you be able to find out the subject in a sentence because a verb is always in accordance with the subject. For finding out subject, you need to remember 3 points. First, if there's an action being done in the subject, the one who does the action, that is the doer, is the subject. Second, if there is no action being done in the subject, then the one who or what is being talked about. So basically, the one who is the point of discussion will be the subject. Next and most important part, only a noun or a pronoun can be subject. Nouns are any naming words, so any naming word or a pronoun which comes in the place of noun like I, you, he, she, it, etc. Only they can be subject, no other part of speech can act as a subject. Now let us just try to apply these points in the following sentences. The first sentence is Meg is or are playing basketball. First of all, you need to find out the subject, and here an action is being done. Playing is the action. Who is doing the action? Meg is doing the action. It's a name, so it's a third person singular subject, so I need a singular verb. That's why I used is, and the correct sentence would become Meg is playing basketball. Next, they is or are going to school. Now again, here is an action, going. Who are going? They are going, so they is the subject, and since it is a plural subject, I would need a plural verb. And between is and are, you know that are is a plural verb. Therefore, the correct sentence would be they are going to school. Third, he has or have done his work. Again, there's an action, done. Now, who has done? He. So, he is the subject, and I know he is a third person singular subject, and every third person singular subject takes a singular verb. So, I have to choose a singular verb, and between has and have, has is singular, therefore, the correct sentence would become he has done his work. Next, the price of vegetables has or have increased. Now, there is no action being done in the subject, so I need to find out what is the point of discussion. So, ask yourself, what has increased, the price or the vegetables? Of course, the price has increased, therefore, the main subject here is price. Now, since price is singular, I need a singular verb, and that is why I've chosen has, and therefore the sentence becomes the price of vegetables has increased. Next, some genuine issues exist with the newly adopted system and needs to be examined seriously. Again, there's no action being done here. Therefore, I need to find out what is being talked about. Now, what exists with the newly adopted system and what needs to be examined? Issues. Some genuine issues. Therefore, issues is the subject. Since it is plural, I need a plural verb. And I've already told you, whenever you add s or es with a verb's first form, it becomes singular. So verb's first form without s or es would be plural. Therefore, between exist and exists, I would choose exist, and between need and needs, I would choose need. Next is his knowledge of the subject is or are worth appreciating. Now, what is worth appreciating? His knowledge or the subject? Of course, his knowledge is worth appreciating. Therefore, knowledge is the subject, and since it is singular, I need a singular verb, and therefore I've chosen is. Next, the quality of goods was or were not good. Now, what was not good? Quality or goods? The quality was not good, therefore the quality is the subject, and since it is singular, I need a singular verb, and therefore the sentence would become the quality of goods was not good. That's all for now. If you have any queries regarding this session, do post them in the comment section, and I would certainly solve them. Thank you very much for watching the video.